Hello. I am squatting on the earth. I'm not doing what you think I might be doing. I'm just squatting. Why am I squatting out here in this quasi-wild place? Because I'm grounding to the earth. And I know that I need to do this more often. And I think you should too. I think that we all need to get into the wilds. If as wild as it gets where you are is just outside, even in like a tennis court or playground, so be it. That's still being outside, stepping on Mother Earth, who is the energy provider supreme, and connecting with that deeply earthen foundational grounding energy will help you think better, which is the topic of this video. Try to keep it short. Thought. Thinking better. Thinking more clearly. My hand is freezing. But thinking better will help us listen better, which will help us understand more, which will help us also be able to discern fuller truths than lesser truths. Because I'm coming to a point of realizing I've got to, and I don't know if this resonates with you, whoever y'all are. I've got to just start listening to my own intuition, because I'm thoroughly in the thick of gathering my information and seeking truth. And there is a lot of truth out there, or information, and a lot of truth to be sifted through or discerned, whether it is a fuller or a lesser truth. And I'll find myself becoming inspired by one thought or idea that I absorb from one video or one person's point of view or one philosophy. And then I'll go find myself at one point finding a contradictory or contrary argument and finding myself very convinced there. And then I'll find my medium of what I feel about it. And I realize that that is the ticket. The ticket being that I have observed how helpful it is to go look for information in this manner. Gathering the fullness of the information about one idea or one thing, meaning the reflection of both sides, the wholeness of it, the pros and the cons, the one side and the other side. I find it very helpful to, regardless of how I feel about it, to look at both sides and then, without really thinking too much, observe my feelings after I've completely absorbed all the information. Observe my feelings and my intuition on how I feel and what my particular take or stance is on it. And usually I don't have a particular take or stance, I just get a feeling. And I think that's a really helpful way to gather information. And so let's do one example. Somebody says, it's important to eat only vegetables and fruits, to eat vegan basically, and some grains maybe, but raw, etc., etc., etc. And another person says, no, it's not healthy to eat vegan. It's healthy to have animal fats, such as good animal fats, such as lard, and it's very healthy to have eggs and butter. And we were made, look at our canine teeth, we were made to eat these things by nature. And in addition to our vegetarian kind of obvious features, we're omnivores. And then somebody might go in the middle and say, well, we need to be alkaline. Look at the pH balances and all these things. If you're vegan, you're probably eating too much grain, etc., etc. And, you know, like even eggs and things that we think are healthier have a pH balance that's very acidic. Don't eat anything acid, or try not to eat so much acid. Only when you need to balance should you eat acidic food. Eat acid whenever you want, but be careful. Well, I think inside ourselves we all have our own individual answers. And I think individuality is the part that people forget. Maybe they don't forget it, but it needs to be addressed more frequently, because other thoughts say we're all different starseeds from different planets and different places. Some people say we're so different. There's different waves of people that come in at different times, and we're connected only in that way. Other than that, even some of us come in, and I've been told that by somebody who is of the, you know, have the space cadet, you know, free thinking kind, that my DNA is different than any of my families, and I have a large family DNA. Now, I have not gotten that tested, nor do I want to get my, you know, have my genes tested, or even in the hands of anybody else but myself. But let's just say I believe her. I don't look different in my family. I look very much the same. But if my DNA was different, I know for sure thought-wise and what I need for my mind and for my life is vastly different than my large family. I'm the 7th of 10 children, 2 parents. And so I know that's true. But what about my nutrition? And then go on to think about all human beings. What about our nutrition and also how we do things? So that's my thought today. I'm going to end at a beautiful time of 10 minutes, which is still too much. Eventually one day I'd love to get this down to an 8-minute videos. Great power number someday. All right, everybody, get out there. I know some places in the world it's dark now, but I get up at dark sometimes. Get out there, be in the world. Love that Mama Earth while we still are here. Much love.